What's going on, viewers? Check it out. This was my truck back. This was my truck, 2022 Kenworth. Before it burned down, I only owned it for 3 weeks. Super affordable until someone parked their raggedy ass truck next to mine, and then their truck caught on fire and spread over to mine. But today's video is showing you the top three companies I would recommend. Uh, so let's start with Border Truck Sales. Yes, that 22 Kenworth came from Border Truck Sales. So this is a great company down in McAllen by the border. Yes, I said the border, down in the border of Texas and Mexico. So what they do at Border Truck Sales is when they buy the trucks, supposedly they have like a certain customer or certain fleet that they buy trucks from. Good fleet trucks that they buy from. They'll take it into the shop. They'll break it down. They'll paint it. They'll paint the frame. They'll fix any electrical issues. Put new belts. Fresh PM. I mean, they do an excellent job of prepping it up to make it look like a showroom model. Even though it's got really high mileage, when you pick this truck up at Border Truck Sales, it'll feel like you're picking up a showroom floor model. I highly recommend Border Truck Sales. Like, let's take a look at this 567. This 567, yeah, it's got a lot of miles. 13-speed manual. I mean, man, look at that truck. It's beautiful. Painted tanks. They're the ones that probably painted the tanks. They're the ones that probably painted the steps. See, like, this is a little custom work that Border Truck Sales does. They didn't buy it like this. This is this is what they did. They added a little extra chrome so they can make a sale. So they get into the truck, they detail it, fixing the electrical issues, make sure you got no check engine light, and if there's any issues, the owner will come out and verify that everything went smooth. Like, are you happy with the truck? Is there any flaws that you want us to take a look at before you ride out? Because I mean, these trucks are as is. There's no warranty on them. But he does stand behind his sales, his trucks. He's real passionate about selling a good quality truck to truck drivers. So, and most of these trucks are affordable. The higher the mileage, the more affordable it is. If they're like over 500,000 miles to, like, say 1,000,000 miles, like if we see a 1,000,000 mile truck, it's probably going for 30. Um, this one, 631. There's no price on it. You have to call it in. But I would say that this truck will probably go for about, maybe say $50,000, maybe 45, maybe 40. It could be going for 40, but I'm not giving out the price. You actually have to call them and tell them, hey, how much for that extended hood, 22,389, and they'll tell you the price on it. It's really worth going down to Border Truck Sales. I highly recommend them. Um, Now, I would go and buy another truck from them, but they don't have a whole lot of mid-roof trucks. And really, I'm looking for more that's more like, fuel efficient. I mean, yeah, this is a mid-roof truck, 21, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I could go with this one, but I really prefer a Kenworth. So, all right. So those trucks are too high for you, right? All right, let's go to Low Mountain. Low Mountain, check it out. Nearly $10,000 down. 32.65 a month for 60 months. They got over 77 in stocks. Cummins, they got Cummins engine in them. Then they got that new Volvo. Man, it looks like a lot of guys are really appreciating the new Volvo style. I think they're pretty slick. If you can't afford the fancy trucks, they got older trucks, 21s, 22s, international trucks, 22 Kenworths. Coming soon, my favorite, Kenworth W900. That's what's up. And they got Cummins engine in it. See, let's try to get a little bit into these details. So, what are the details about buying a truck? Let's take a look at the 26 Volvo. So they want 13,800 down, nearly $14,000 down. 3265 for 5 years. And check this out, no balloon payment, no buyout. After your last payment, you own the truck. Now that's sweet. That's what you want to hear. That's what you want to hear. You're going to own the truck. Now look, I'm going to tell you this. This is a 5-year payment. So when it comes to your taxes, what's going to happen is the first 3 years, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, the first 3 years you're going to write it off. You're going to write off the depreciation on the truck. You're going to write off the interest on the truck for the first 3 years. After 3 years, you're just writing off the interest on the truck. So just giving you heads up, when you're buying the truck, the first 3 years are write-offs or a big write-off. After that, you're just writing off the interest, which ain't going to be a whole lot when there's only 2 years left. So with most of these trucks having Cummins engine in it, why Cummins? Why do we want a Cummins? Well, because there's a Cummins. Now, supposedly they're more easier to work on if you ever break down anywhere along the road compared to a paccar. Paccar, it's more for fuel efficient, but they are difficult to find a mechanic to work on the paccar because a lot of them are not going to have the software computer to figure out what's going on with the paccar. I've known that from experience. I used to be leased on to one company, and they had the software for the Cummins, but they didn't have the software for the paccar, and they couldn't plug it in. Which nowadays, supposedly, you can buy one of those check engine light codes, and it'll read no matter what type of engine you got. But I think this is a good deal with the low mountain, knowing that there's no balloon, and your last payment, you own the truck. That's sweet. So now you kind of have an idea how much you're going to put down. That 10,000 to 14,000, that's more like a 10% down payment, roughly. But yeah, I mean, I look forward to them having these W900s coming up. If you want something more affordable and you can't afford a new ride, we got these trucks here where your down payment is $4,500 down, maybe 55, maybe 65, depending how many miles it's got. And then your monthly payments are going to be $1,675 for 39 to 45 months, which there's not a big difference. 3 to 6 months difference. It's like, really, I would just try to go with the lowest mileage that they got if you're trying to look for a more affordable truck. Let's see what else we got. Sweet. Yeah. If you're going to be over the road, get you a new truck. But if you're going to be like running regional or local, you manage to find a local job, then buy the cheaper truck, All right, so let's check out this next company, Paccar Financial. This is the number 3 that I recommend. Paccar Financial, they have Kenworths, they have Peterbilts. I think they have a variety of locations across the nation. So they can help you finance a truck, find the right bank. So it's kind of like going to a dealership, but I think it makes it easier finance with them. Let's see what kind of trucks they got. They got this beautiful 389, 107. See, that's a perfect number right there. 107. Not bad. How many miles does it got? 340. It's a little too high, but it is a nose Pete, and nose Pete tend to hold their value a lot higher than the 579 T680. Yeah, for some reason 579 and T680, they depreciate really bad. Compare, to the nose Pete or nose Kenworth. Uh, yeah, whenever you're buying, if you're gonna buy a used truck, try to buy one with low mileage and a low price. Try to get both of them in there, because if you get one around 200,000 miles, like maybe 175 or 225, I say that's perfect, because they already worked all the bugs out. They already used a warranty to fix electrical issues, and so it's like you get to go for at least 2 years. 2 years without any issues. So it all depends what kind of truck you want. You're looking for a flathead, mid-roof, or condo. Are you gonna be running reefers, flatbeds, tankers, maybe a little car hauler? But yeah, Paccar Financial, I'll probably recommend them. They'll help the process go smooth. So those are the three companies I recommend. So another one I would recommend is Truck Work. They're all about Kenworths. And I tell you what, when I talk to these guys at Truck Work, I talked to the one in Birmingham, Alabama. They had a nice selection of trucks, brand new trucks, and he was telling me that it's 10% down, and he was able to get me a low interest rate, about 8%, I was like, wow, that's nice compared to other dealerships I talked to. I talked to the one in Houston. The sales guy, he was telling me 20% down. Between 9 and 12% the interest rate may be on a $200,000 mid-roof truck. But when I talked to the guy in Birmingham, Truck Work, I like his deal. I like that. I like that 10%, and I like 8% interest rate. That's a good deal. I said that's a good deal. So, yeah, that's crazy. When you want to buy a brand new truck, this guy at Truck Work is 10% down, and when I talked to my bank, they said no problem. We can do the same thing too, 10% down on a brand new truck, and we don't have to value the truck because it is what it is. It's brand new. It's got warranty. Compared to when they have to look up a used truck, they have to look at the market and determine, what the truck is really worth. Because the thing is, when you're trying to value a used truck, there's really no Carfax report for it. There's really not a blue book value. You're just more like, what's it really selling out there on the market? So like truck paper, this is what most banks are going to be using. The banks are going to be like on this website or any truck sales or truck auctions, whatever they're going to be looking at. They're going to try to look for similar vehicles with that year, with those mileage, and determine what the truck's going to be worth. Which is why I was really frustrated. But I was really frustrated because every time I saw a dealership selling a truck for like 100,000, they were always lowballing it like 20,000 below. So, but truck paper is another way, is another way I like to look at when buying a truck. With truck paper, you're pretty much looking nationwide, or you can look within a certain amount of mileage, 300, 500, 1,500 miles from your home. And what I like to do is, like, if I see a truck I like, I try to look up their information. If there's a website and it takes me to their dealership, to me, I like that because not only do I like, for example, I might like this 24 Peterbilt. Like, yeah, I like this one. So what I'm going to try to do is I want to see, hey, can you take me to your website? Can you take me to your truck dealership? And I'll also look at their dealership and see what other trucks they have on the lot. Not just this one, but what else you have on the lot. So I'm just trying to share some information with you on buying your first truck. It's going to take some time, digging, looking around, but that's a tool that I use. I used when I was first starting, I used truck paper to check out all nationwide. Like I even saw a dealership in Joplin. I saw the dealership in Davenport, Iowa, Birmingham, Florida, Fort Worth, California. I mean, I was just like looking around, and the few things that I look at when buying a truck is the price. I want to keep it between 60 and 125. Step 2, I want the lowest mileage. Oh, and if you're wondering, after my truck burned down, did I go back to Border Truck Sales to purchase another truck from them? I tried to go back to them, but see, I'm in the market for a mid roof, and I want the next gen. And unfortunately, they don't have mid roof trucks. But when they did advertise that they had a mid roof truck, they had two of them, two mid roof trucks. One was the one I got, 188 miles, 188,000 miles, and the other one had like 225. And I did a Carfax report on the one I got, and apparently it was from outside of the Houston area. Apparently someone bought the truck, so it's been down in Houston all that time, and somehow made its way down, to the border of Texas. But yeah, hopefully this information helps you out, where to get started, how to get your truck. Um, Not all of us are born with a silver spoon or have relatives that can give us, full details on how to get our truck and how to start the business. But if this is how you want to become an owner operator with your own truck, Border Truck Sales is the cheapest way to get your truck started. Loan Mountain, if you want to get a brand new truck, especially if you're going to be over the road, I'd probably go with Low Mountain if you're going to be over the road a lot, especially like if you're going to sign up with Landstar and do a lot of traveling back and forth, or if you're going to be doing like with Landstar, I think they got those concert tours. If you're lucky to get on one, you want to have a truck that ain't going to break down and then they're going to kick you off the tour. But yeah, in my industry that I'm in the tankers. I need a mid roof truck, not a condor or condo. Not a condo. Is that what they call it? Condo? Yeah. But anyways, hit the like, subscribe button, comment below. If you made it this far, at least hit the like button and subscribe if you're watching it. I don't know what it'll do for me. I'm not paid. I'm just giving out free information about some trucking and my experience that I've been in. See y'all on the next one.